Alright friends, what's happening? What's shaking? What's going on? Well, this is Andy coming to you again from here at Andy's World of Bass, and today, super happy I get to do my first demo with the brand new Genzler KINETIX 800 bass amplifier. It just got here this morning. I'm totally stoked. Totally stoked, because for me it's like a homecoming. You know, I came up, I started using the hybrid 2 preamp solid state power section amplifiers in the early 90s, and this is essentially a modern version of that in a lightweight package wrapped up in the awesome Genzler kind of engineering platform. Genzler does a kick-ass job by making the ice power module incredibly punchy, way more than other brands that use the same power module. I've had this Magellan 800 for 7 years. I've done hundreds of gigs with it. It's performed flawlessly for me. But the KINETIX has a genuine 312AX7 proper voltage tube preamp section combined with the 800 watt D-class power section. And it's kind of, for me, it's like a homecoming, you know, because that was the sound that, I mean, I used my SWR stuff for 18 years. And a huge contributing primary factor of why it worked and why I loved it so much was the 12AX7 tube preamp. So I'll play a little bit and then I'll talk a little bit more, but let's just play a little bit. I'm sure you're dying to hear it. So I go for one sound. I'm a set it and go player. I don't constantly change things around. I have one great sound, and it's, for lack of a better terms, it's you could say it's a generic sound. It's just kind of a universal sound. That's a better word than generic. It's a universal sound that enables me to do everything else I need to do with my hands. So once I achieve that sound out of the rig and it's performing with the dynamic range, the tightness, the punch, the character, the chime, the breathing, the all of those, if all of those things that are the ingredients of my one good sound are there, I just leave it, and then everything else I do with my hands. And trust me, I can do a lot with just my hands. The reason I like that is because when I'm on stage and I'm playing, I want to be connecting with the musicians. I want to be in the music, the amp and the gear and even the instrument. I just want me to flow through those things. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to be reliant on them in a way that requires my constant attention. You know what I mean? I just want to be able to play, and that is. So this tube preamp coming into this modern realm is huge for me, because all of this stuff, all of this nuanced stuff. That's all like moderate, right? That's all like kind of in the mid, in terms of the energy I'm putting on the bass. But sometimes I play with the ultra light. That's where I want shimmer. That's where I want breath. That's where I want breathing. You know, that's where I want clarity and focus and a pristine sound. But then, I mean, I'll go to the other end of the spectrum constantly where I'm just going. So when you have extreme dynamic range, when you go to that really digging in hard place, that's where a little bit of saturation, a little bit of grind, and a little bit of grit translates into expressive character, right? And that's what a tube preamp does incredibly well. Okay, so that's the ultimate benefit. Is if you're a kind of player who is a hands player, you play with your hands, your sound is coming from you. And I think that everybody's sound is coming from them. A lot of people maybe haven't realized that yet. But anyway, if you really have come to a place where you have an understanding of what you need to get your thing across, you're going to love this amp, because it just has that kind of it factor, that kind of that, you know, chimey, breathing character thing. And, you know, it's very subtle. A lot of the demos that I've seen, it has a gain and a volume. Okay, so you can run the gain up and you can get it to overdrive and you can get a very dirty sound. And that's one thing that this amp will do, and it will do it very, very well. However, that's not a sound that I use. I mean, not in the 5 bands that I play in, you know, that I do a couple hundred gigs a year with, or whatever, 150. That overdriven sound is inappropriate for everything that I do. I'm looking for a clean, punchy sound with a lot of character and a little bit of grit and grind when I dig in really, really hard. So I run the gain down, and just to ignite the tubes and get them cooking a little bit. But not, I don't run it into that drive place. I might on a special occasion, and it's nice to have it, you know, if I'm doing something that, you know, where it would be ideal. However, in my line of work, I'm looking for this sound right here. I want to be able to play at that moderate place. I want to be able to switch over to palm mute. Back to fingers. And start digging in. Tastefully throw in some slap whenever I feel like it and it's appropriate. Harmonics if I feel like getting cute. Get gentle. That's what I'm looking for, and this amp delivers it. You know, it delivers it in space. It's like a homecoming for me, because that's what I used for so long, and I instantly notice it. It's a subtle thing. For me, I instantly notice it, because it's like, ah, yeah, there it is. There's that factor, you know. There's that chiminess. There's that character. There's that breathing, and man, what can I say other than that? It's totally killer. Does it make it better than the Magellan? No. Does it make it different? Yep. Is the Magellan still great? Yep, definitely. Just depends on the player. If you're a hands kind of a player and you notice subtleties like that, and you know, you like. You know what tubes bring to the table, and you like what tubes bring to the table. Boom! This is for you. And I mean, it's very, very, very simple to transport. And you know, I'll just go back to wrap it up. I'll just go back to saying, you know, I mean, we're all looking for something that's we're gonna spend our money. We want something that's gonna last. We want something that's gonna hold up. We want something that's gonna do the job. That's not gonna fall apart. And if this is as good as the Magellan is, that I've done several hundred gigs with and never had the slightest issue with, or any of the cabs, and I have a whole bunch of Genzler cabs. I mean, that's the ultimate sense of you know, satisfaction, because it's like, I don't have to think about it. I know it's going to work. I can count on it. I can rely on it. It's going to sound killer. It's going to deliver every time. It's never going to give me any problems. It's never going to give me any grief. It's never going to bring any strife to my life. And you know, that's what I want. That's what I need. Ultimately, that's kind of, you know, that's kind of the most important thing. Then now having a genuine tube preamp, it's kind of like, man, it just, what was already great just got better for me. Maybe it will for you. I encourage you to check it out. Genzler KINETIX 800. Pow!